Welcome to the Marketing God Podcast, where we provide insights and knowledge to assist you in reaching and engaging with more people. Together, as we apply marketing insights to your good work, we hope to help more people know you, turn to you, and ultimately become loyal to God. This is week number 2, and the week's topic is understanding your target audience. Today, our focus is the opposite of common sense, and works with truth number 34 in the book Marketing God. Introducing your marketing strategist, author, and guide on this journey, Donna A. Heckler.
Hello. Our topic for today is the opposite of common sense. And this comes from Truth 34 in the book Marketing God. The title of that truth is Managing Brands is the Opposite of Common Sense. Oh gosh, I just have to tell you, I have lost count of the number of times I have interviewed a potential marketer to an organization only to hear them say that marketing is simply common sense between just us friends. If that was said to me in an interview, that person was not invited back for another interview or offered the job. Was I being too harsh? I don't really think so, and I will explain. But first, let's consider the Bible verse we use to kick off this chapter in the book. Another wonderful verse from Proverbs. It's Proverbs 8:5, and it reads, "O simple ones, learn prudence. O foolish men, pay attention." There are many messages in this verse, and the simple one is to think. Don't assume, but rather listen and learn before you act. As we have been discussing this week, marketing is very much about the target audience. Who are they? What matters to them? How do you court them? We learn about our audience through research. We understand how our service or product addresses a need they have, and then we communicate with them in a very meaningful way. When people say marketing is simply common sense, it means that what they think is right not just for them, but for everybody. That concept completely removes the customer or consumer, what the customer or consumer needs, and what matters to them. Instead, it assumes that the marketer has all the answers. The first rule of marketing is it is not about you. It is about your audience. You must start there. Early in my years at Energizer, a colleague said that he didn't understand how I was any good at marketing batteries, as it seemed I always shopped at big, beautiful department stores like Saks Fifth Avenue or Dillard's. Fortunately, the VP at the time came to my defense and explained that being a good marketer had nothing to do with where I shopped, but rather in understanding the consumer. I was doing a good job in marketing because I was laser focused on who was buying our batteries and what mattered to them. That to me was such an early and clear example of common sense running amok. His common sense said to him that I could only market to people who shop at the same stores as I, when in fact my marketing had nothing to do with me, but everything to do with the target audience. This idea of marketing as common sense is actually a really big problem in many cases. Consider TV advertising. And do you ever see an ad and you just shake your head? A great example these days is Progressive Insurance. They have that campaign where a Dr. Rick instructs young people on how not to act like their parents. I have heard of those who absolutely love that campaign, and there are those who cannot stand it. Those who can't stand it are typically older, and they shake their heads as they dismiss it as ridiculous. Here's the thing, the campaign is not for them. The campaign is for the younger audience who finds it hilarious. Progressive has other campaigns that work for the older audience. The piece to keep in mind is that it's not what you love. It is what your audience loves. Your reaction to marketing has everything to do with who you are, with what matters to you. If you use your common sense to market to others, you may very well have many people shaking their heads and saying, this just doesn't make any sense to me. Another complication for marketing is that we have all lived with marketing our entire lives. From the internet ads to billboards to TV ads to promotions, PR, marketing is pervasive in our culture. As such, individuals feel they are experts at marketing. They know what they like. But again, as Proverbs verse says, foolish men, pay attention. The flip side of this topic is the fear that marketing is manipulative if you focus on your customer. No doubt, there are those who have used marketing in bad, very bad ways, who have been very manipulative. I will tell you that when I was in corporate marketing and I would say I'm in corporate marketing, I would always quickly add, but I'm a good marketer. I don't use it for bad. And that was really important for me to get out. I was a good marketer. And the thing is, there are a lot of good marketers, people who really care about the audience, people who want to share their service or products with those who will benefit from them, who are looking for that product or service. Good marketers who understand their product or service, they're honest in sharing the information, and they're focused on their target audience, not because of their common sense, but because they care about that audience. They are good marketers because they are thoughtful, they are prudent, and they are focused on others. You know who was a good marketer? Christ. Did you ever notice how he taught at synagogues and taught with the scholars? But he used parables in the rural communities. He understood that different people had different knowledge levels, and his interest was in connecting with each of them in a meaningful way. Don't let your own common sense lead you astray. Look to your audience. Understand what matters to them. By doing that, you can truly reach them and engage with them. As you think about this today, ask yourself these questions. As you think about your audience, do your marketing efforts resonate with them? Why or why not? Could your common sense be clouding what is meaningful to your audience? Just a few things to think about today. Thanks for listening. We look forward to seeing you at our next podcast.
Thank you for being here. We are so glad you listened in today. Look for the worksheet for today's topic in the podcast link. We invite you to join the Marketing God Facebook group, where we share additional tools, insights, and ideas with each other. Are you looking for even more insights? You can purchase the acclaimed book, Marketing God, online at your favorite Catholic bookstore, or for larger quantities through the publisher OSV.